Hey friends, Marissa from Word Tree here. And today's notes from the car are again taking place from kind of near the car. I'm not even going to turn the camera around to show you where it is. It's in the parking lot, a little bit away from me. I have the good fortune of living very close to Nockamixon State Park. So I am currently sitting in a field on top of a boulder in a ring of really cool rocks and wanting to come to you today with a back to school message. I know that school, if it hasn't already started for you and for your children, will be starting next week most likely. So as many of you might know, I was a teacher for 18 years. I taught Latin and Spanish and religion in Catholic high schools in Philadelphia and ran the journalism program for almost a decade at one of them. It was an amazing experience. I have so many beautiful memories and so many beautiful relationships that still exist from that. I wanted to share with you a tradition that I would participate in at the beginning of every school year, because it kind of embodies my back to school wishes for you and my thoughts for you when it comes to helping your students who are in high school and college and your recent grads really embrace this time. At the start of every school year, when I would get my roster and I'd go in, of course, you always go in the summer, you set up your bulletin boards, you make the room look nice, you set up your desks in the pattern that you want. And I always had fresh flowers. I wanted the students to walk into a really welcoming and beautiful space. But I would look at my roster and I'd figure out where each kid was going to sit. And it was high school. So, we were talking about ages 14 to 17, possibly 18. And I would sit in each student's seat and I'd look at their name. And sometimes I knew them. If they were upperclassmen, there was a good chance that I'd known them from previous years. But if they were freshmen, then I didn't know them at all. I'd sit in their seat and I'd look at their name. And if I knew something about them, I'd remember what it was. And if I didn't, I'd just think of their name and think of all of the things that might be going on in their world. And I'd take a few minutes and just say a prayer for each kid and send good thoughts and love and good wishes that the year would be a prosperous one, a joyful one, and that the space that they would occupy in my classroom would be one where they felt seen and welcome and cared for and respected and heard, and where they would feel the freedom to grow and to learn. I would do that periodically throughout the year, a couple times a year. And as the year went on, I, of course, had more knowledge of who the students were. And sometimes if there was a little bit of a challenging moment, I had particular things to wish for and to send good vibes about. But that sense of being connected to the people entrusted to me, that is not exclusive to me. That's the heart of a teacher. And so it's my wish for you as you send your kids off to whatever grade they're going into, or as you are giving guidance to your recent grads who are now maybe home and looking for their first job. It's my wish for you that they feel seen and heard and loved and cared for and supported in everything they need to create a life of authenticity and success for themselves. I still have a heart for students, and one of the groups that I love working with is students, late high school, college students, trade school students, and recent grads. So what I'm going to do in the comments here is add a link to a description of the services that I've put together for young people. And I would love to offer anyone who's listening to this video 10% off of anything they'd like to purchase for their student or recent grad in the month of September. If you mention this video, then that's all you need to do. There's no code or anything like that. I'm not that technologically sophisticated. I'm just happy I can figure out this video. I treasure every opportunity that I have had to interact with a student and to help further them and enable them and empower them as they move forward in their careers. and I would treasure the opportunity that you might give me to work with your student, with your child, with your recent grad. I hope that this new year, this new school year, brings them joy and success and happiness. Many blessings to you all.